Hey, yo, Lala, we want you beautiful, sexy. Everybody talk to me. They want to get gangster. You came out busting shots early. I'm like,
wait, let me put the volume up. Hold on, because I got to hear you. By the way, your stories are legendary.
Thank you, thank you.
Legendary stories. The MJ stories, the sneaker stories, legendary stories.
So, Alani, what's really going on with you and Carmelo?
What are you calling yourself now? Jopra?
Jopra, man. You know,
where Lorena at? Lorena, come and help me.
She back there. Nah. She ain't getting on no camera right now. That quarantine.
But I know she over there shaking her head like, nah, leave Lala alone.
I haven't seen her, none of her friends. It's been a low quarantine.
But by the way, it's only a few people I would do this for. I don't think guys understand. Like, for a girl to get on live, we got to comb our hair. We got to put makeup on. Nobody is on that vibe yet. If you wasn't my brother and I didn't love you the way I did, I want no parts of the hair, the makeup, none of it.
Shout out to Latina. She's on the check-in. But let me tell you something, man. I know that. That's why I'm respecting the ladies that is starting to open up. So as soon as they open up, will you get the glam squad back in? Like, would you take that chance?
I think I would take that chance. It might be mask on for sure, because they right here in your face and everything. I want the mask on, but I think you just feel better when you look a certain way, and you take that for granted, because that's our whole life, just getting hair and makeup done. Half the time you complaining because you've been sitting in the chair for hours, but now you like, I just want to feel popping.
Beautiful. I want to get that glow on.
I want to get that glow on, and that's not what I do. Some people are great at hair and makeup. Some people could do it themselves. That's not my specialty.
Because Adrian came on here last week looking like she was walking a runway.
That's what I'm. Some people, that's what they do. Listen, that's not one of my many talents.
Lorena Eva, I told Lorena, Lorena, you gotta do your own, because she tried to sneak them in me. I said, no, fuck no. I said, you gotta do your own makeup. I went in there, she had about 10,000 makeups out there. She was like, fuck that, I ain't doing it. But you know, shout out to Market America. We're both down with Market America, JR.
Shout out to Market America, Lauren, JR, the whole team over there.
And you done had your own Motives Cosmetics.
Mm-hmm. The makeup line, yeah. So shout out Motives Cosmetics. We still rocking, still making women feel beautiful about themselves, and just providing great opportunities. So definitely you got to get down with the family. It is a big family. Market America, shop.com, Motives, all of that.
Let me ask you something, Lala. Mm-hmm. You was born in Brooklyn?
Yes.
You was born in Brooklyn, huh?
I was born in Brooklyn.
Puerto Rican?
Both my parents are Puerto Rican. Both of my parents are from Jabucoa, Puerto Rico. Yes, that's a
fact. Mucho caliente. Yeah, because I don't know why I thought like your father was black and your mother was Puerto Rican. But
no, both my parents are from Puerto Rico, and I speak Spanish, which is crazy, because I hear so many people say that they don't even know that about me, which is wild to me.
Wow, that's crazy. You know, I'm gonna tell you a funny story.
Si tú quieres hablar en español, podemos hacer eso. Whatever you want to do, okay? Whatever you like.
Mamita, muy caliente. Yo, Lala, I'm in Puerto Rico one time. I'm in the club. I'm with Carmelo. And
that sounds like trouble, by the way.
No. I'm in the club with him. It's one of these, we did something. He did something out there. I came out there. He was doing the basketball court. He made
when he did the court in La Perla. When he redid the court.
So I went out there with him to support him, and we in the middle of the club, and he screamed to himself. He was talking to himself. He's like, motherfucker. So I was like, yo, Mello, what's up? He was like, motherfucker. So I'm like, yo, Mello, what's good? He was like, this smooth motherfucker, man. He had the long hair. He came up to my mom's and he got her pregnant. He was talking about his father.
Oh my!
No. Because he seen all the Puerto Ricans with the smooth hair.
Right.
He must think of his mother so innocently. He was like,
right, but
he was one of these niggas that snuck up on my mom's and got crazy. I was like, yo, you
that's so funny. And a lot of people don't know know that about him, that his dad, I mean, he passed away, but his dad was Puerto Rican.
No, his father was Puerto Rican, but I'm telling you, he was sitting in the club with me, like flashing, like if his mom was in the club and his father came through with the slick hair. He was like, you motherfucker. He got on my mind.
That's funny.
Like, yo,
He
Mello,
was having flashbacks. That's funny.
yeah, I was like, yo, Mello, you wouldn't be here. So from MTV, right, to now, did you ever even think in the MTV days? You obviously had to know that you was aggressive and you wasn't gonna stop at nothing.
Oh, I'm aggressive. Right? I'm aggressive.
No, you very aggressive.
I'm aggressive. Like if I want to get something done or I want to do something, nothing's gonna stop me. Nobody's gonna stop me. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna get it done. That's why when I hear people give up so easily, I don't even know that mentality. Because if I gave up easily, I wouldn't even made it to MTV. Radio would have been it for me. Because when I was on the radio, they told me that's all I was ever gonna be able to do. When me and Luda was on the radio, they told Luda radio was all he was ever gonna be able to do. And look what he's done with his career. He just had the epic battle with Nelly the other day. Look at that.
Hey,
they told us both radio, that was it. We were made for radio. That's as far as it was gonna go. We should be happy with what we're doing with ourselves and just be good.
Yo, let me tell you something. That boy Luda, man, he showed out the other day. He showed out.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. It's crazy that nowadays, because of COVID and quarantine, the battles are what we look forward to. I know everybody asks you, like, who would you battle? I know they ask you that.
Yeah, they asking me, but I'm not good. Lala, you know, you was caught in between me and 50 Cent.
Oh, I hated that. I hated that.
I'm a bad guy. You know what I mean? I'm a sore loser and the worst winner. No, I'm telling you the truth. Nobody would be my friend. Like Busta Rhymes the other day was telling our Swiss, he was like, yo, man, you know, if crack want to smoke, is this? I'm like, yo, what are you talking about, Busta? Like, I'm not doing this shit. Because I'm going to be cursing out the fans in the comments. I'm going to curse. I don't want to do that. Like,
but Joey, even if you don't want to do it, is there somebody in your mind that you feel like can even do it, can go toe to toe with you? That's the question. It's not even doing it. Is there somebody out there? I asked 50. That was the first person to ask 50 the same question. 50 told me Snoop would be the one that he felt like could go even toe to toe with him. So who would your person be?
I really don't know. I haven't even thought about it. I really don't. I'm more of a fan. I'm like you. I see you in the comments every versus battle. I'm in there too, and I'm like, oh damn, what the fuck? I was gonna ask you about that shit too, man. Damn. So I try to bait Ashanti, Keisha Cole.
Oh yeah, I saw you guys talking about that. I saw you guys
do that.
But what happened with that?
I want to see the Brandy Monica.
Yeah.
I
think it's sometimes just with women in general, it could get a little bit trickier. You know what I mean? It's just the nature of it. It's sad to say, but I think sometimes when it comes to the females, not all the time, but it could just get a little tricky.
You know, Lala, let me tell you something. When I think of Lala, I say she's everybody's best friend. Kim K, Sierra. I mean, the list goes on. Every time I see you, I'm like, yo, Lala's everybody's best friend. You ever got caught in the middle, besides Fat Joe and 50? Have you ever got caught up in the middle, like some catty shit with the girls?
No, because I'm a vault. Like, my thing is, I'll get in the middle if I'm asked to get in the middle and resolve something. Other than that, everybody's grown. Like, I'm here to be a friend and listen to what everybody has going on, but I'm not getting in the middle of
Kim
beefs and stuff
Kardashian
like
on the
that.
check-in talking about she is my best friend. Hey, Kimmy, what's up, baby? Welcome to the biggest show in the game, baby.
Who knew that should be?
Kim K, welcome to the biggest show in the game, baby.
By the way, Joe, I was on the phone. I was on the phone with her when I looked at the time. I said, I gotta go. I gotta get on this live real quick. I gotta go.
Yo, I told last time, I didn't know it was the last time we was gonna be shaking our asses. But last time we got to go to the street was Chicago All-Star Weekend. Yo, Kim, I need you on this show.
She just said, I better not be telling her business.
I love you. Don't tell our business. Yo, Kim K, you know what? We don't do that. We the nice show. We not on it like that, Kimmy. We not, you know, you say, yeah, you say. But I told her it was Sunday service in Chicago. I tried to go,
Yeah.
and the feedback came back. They said, "Yo, man, the Kardashians, they got that whole front row locked down, baby. If you go, you ain't gonna get that special treatment this time." She was
It's
like,
too
"Nah,
many
bro,
of them. It's too many of them.
Man, you ever been in the middle of one of them, like an argument?
Nah, one thing about me, I stay out of family business. Like, you know, sisters gonna argue, family gonna argue. You gotta stay out of family business. I mean, I ride for, you know, one of my best friends is Kim. That's who I ride for. But family business, sister next day be back good and looking at you crazy. I stay out of family business.
Oh yeah, not with that. I was just talking about amongst friends because I know girls they like to fight with each other all the time. I be seeing Lorena get caught up.
Yeah,
with
no,
shit.
I don't think. I think
She's
with
the
us,
last
like,
one to get caught up.
Nah, but Joe, you get to a point of maturity level. Like, if you cat fighting with your girls at this stage in the game, then you need some new friends. Like, everything could be talked out, everything could be worked out. If you causing drama and doing all that, I'm not with that. I'm not with that. I keep the peace.
Yeah, me too. Peace. Or, you know, I try to keep the peace. If not, that's on y'all. I'm not even making peacemaking. Years ago, I risked my life several times. I got in the middle of niggas with guns. Like, trying to go, we don't really need, like, suppose somebody would have shot me. I ain't doing that shit no more.
Yeah, no. Looking back, it's like, for what? No, it's not worth it. Now, at the end of the day, I hold my own whenever I need to, but I try to keep it mature and grown. But let's not get it twisted.
You got hands, Lala? But yo, Lala, listen, you wasn't talking that shit when Tasha pulled out that hammer. Hey, yo,
in my head, I was. But I signed that contract. So because I had signed that contract, I had to go with it. In my head, I love Notori. Shout out, that's my sister. I love Notori. But in my head, I was like, okay, I'm going to see you, Tasha.
Yo, Lala, I was watching. I was, oh! Oh!
That was crazy. No, that was crazy. I mean, that was a crazy experience.
No, and so they just put the blood on you, the makeup squad?
Put the blood on you, but the guns, I mean, it's real guns. They firing off blanks, but still, when you have a gun pointed that close to your head, blank or not, your heart is beating really fast because you hear about accidents. Bruce Lee, you hear about accidents, things that happen. I'm talking about a gun this close to your face. Yeah, it's a blank being shot, but still, you always thinking, I just was like, said my prayer in English and Spanish. I know them in both languages, and was like, all right, let's just do this.
So that was a stressful process right there.
That's stressful. A gun and it's not a one-time thing. This is hours of shooting. You know, people don't understand to shoot a scene like that. Maybe took us 12, 13 hours. I hope you hear what I'm saying. Hours.
Yo, let me tell you something. Safe to say you got bodied on the screen.
I got bodied on screen. But you know what?
You knew it. How was you feeling when you knew it was coming? Like, you knew next week I'm getting killed. Like, how did that feel when you watching Power?
No, I was hurt. Like, nobody wants to be killed off a show. But then I had a conversation with 50, and like you said, the show was ending anyway. Don't you want to end on a memorable way that everybody's talking about it? The internet's going crazy, and then it just ends. And, well, what happened to Keisha? What happened to that character? Oh, we don't know. She just went off into the air. Like, it's better to end in a way that people are always going to talk about it because the show was ending anyway. So when I had my thoughts and feelings, and 50 was like, look, this is the way you go out. And I mean, he is executive producer, creator of the show. He killed himself on the show. Like, he killed his own character. He was like, you want to have those moments that people talk about because that helps you in your next job or whatever else you're doing. So I had to take it like that.
You know, you're very, I was going to say something. I said, you know, right after that, I had saw you on like a 90210 or something.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I'm talking about you got killed, and the next day you was on 90210 or some shit. I said, yo, Lala's getting the bag.
Listen, I cover all areas. I go from here to here to here to here. Then after that, I left 90210, went to Chicago and started filming The Chi. Shout out to Lena Waif and The Chi.
I heard you on the new season of The
Yeah,
Shot.
so that comes out. They pushed the release date up. That comes out June 21st.
Because it makes sense. Everybody's home.
Everybody's home. You might as well push it up. But The Shy, honestly, that's a good show. Lena's a great writer. That show is good. I'm excited for season 3. And also, when you've been playing the same character for so long, I think it's great for people to see you do something else. Like, I'm a chef on this show. I'm cooking in the kitchen, which I don't do in real life. So I'm just showing people a whole different side.
Yo, you know what's crazy is they always make me a murderer on the movies. I'm always like a killer,
Right.
drug dealer. I want to be a school bus driver. I want to be something
different. Show some versatility, but you just got to find people that give you that opportunity. That's why I always shout out anybody who gives me a chance to be creative, like Lena or Courtney Kemp, who created Power. Just people that believe in us and give us a chance.
Yeah, because every time I watch, I love movies. Mm-hmm. So this is one of the worst things in quarantine is I can't go to like an iPic because I love movies. Like I done seen the whole Netflix. I started with Lorena last night watching Pablo again on Netflix. Like I haven't watched it in like 5 years. I'm not talking about the Narcos Pablo. There's the low budget Pablo.
Right.
Banging. It's like a novella.
I went back and started watching Making of a Murderer again. I'm just going back to like the original shit that I love and just start watching that all over again.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But when I was gonna go back to like when 50 killed himself and something that was pretty amazing with I think it started because back in the days, movies and TV shows, they always had that hero that you knew Spider-Man was gonna win. Right. But it was Game of Thrones where they started killing off the main actors in season 1 and I'm like, yo. And so I think everything changed since then when I think it's dope when you don't know when somebody can go. Right?
Yeah, it's unpredictable.
Always be the hero.
It's unpredictable and it keeps you on your toes at work because anytime anybody could go on a show like Power, like you said, the biggest actors was getting killed off. So anybody could go at any time. It keeps you sharp. It keeps you on your toes. You don't know what to expect. And I think that's what makes for a great show. I mean, Power was one of the biggest shows of our time. And I was thinking about the other day to say that I was a part of that. Like, that's an amazing thing.
You wasn't just a part of that. You was a part of that. Like
I was the main part.
One thing if you was the doorman right. Of the building was a part of it.
Right.
You main character. Like
right.
Now that was big for everybody, for you.
Thank you.
For 50, for everybody, because they opened the door. Right now, 50 Cent is like the Aaron Spelling of TV.
By the way,
9 shows or 8 shows.
Just
on
know
TV.
that out of those 9, me and him got like 2 great ones that we about to come out. It's the work that him and I are doing is so crazy.
It's some other shit.
There's some others he gets it. I could come to him with an idea. He knows like how to get it done. It's just been a great partnership. So we sold another show together called Intercepted. That's going to be coming out soon. That's behind the scenes of the NFL, dealing with the concussions, dealing with the agents, the women, everything. I mean, sports. I know enough about sports to be able to create a great show around some of this stuff that people don't know that really goes on. So we were definitely tackling that. And then we have another one that's coming out that we're working on right now too. So we got some stuff.
Man, that's beautiful, man. I heard him say a lot of times that he's working with you on projects and all that. Other than just acting.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. We work well together. And one thing about him, like even with Power, when I heard he was telling me I'm doing this show, I'm going to call it Power. It's going to be the biggest show ever. I just said, look, I just want to audition. I don't want nothing handed to me. I just want to audition. He was like, I could get you in the room, but you got to win over Courtney and all the other producers. I auditioned like 6 different times and finally got the role. So nothing has ever been handed to me. You get friends and people that'll put you in positions, but when you get in those positions, you got to make it happen. Like, okay, so you put me in a position and I drop the fucking ball, then what difference does it make? Like, I got to be put in a position and knock it out. And people just think, oh, you just got handed this, you just got handed that. You got to be ready to show up when you get these opportunities.
That's a fact. You know, when I was talking to Spike Lee and he told me to come try out for She's Gotta Have It. And right. You know, Spike is so positive and conscious. So when I go to the audition, he made me, this is how stressful it was. He made me, when I went to the audition, he made me explain to the positive, conscious people why my name was Joey Crack. Like, I think they had a problem with Joey Crack, Fat Joe the Gangster. You know, this is the straight power to the people crew. And so I told him the truth. I said, yo, look, when I was a kid, I was overweight. This is before the drug came out. I'd be in school, and the teacher would tell me, write something at the board. Every time I got up, the crack of my ass would show. So the girls would make fun of me and be like, Joey Crack, Joey Crack. That's how I got my name. So,
by the way, I never knew that. I never knew that.
No, it's a fact.
My son Cayenne asked me today, he was like, why do they call him Joey Crack? Is it like crack, weed, drugs? And I was like, no, it means he's cracking. He's popping.
You didn't know. Yeah, but now you can tell them a true story. My ass
I never knew that.
So they would tease me. And so I had told Spike this. So he told me to say that just to get accepted or ease the room a little.
Yeah.
Right? And so I went in there and I tried out. And I seen a bunch of guys wait, like real actors that I've seen in movies and TV shows waiting for the part. And then I got the part. Then I went all out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly. But that's it. You got to prove yourself. And the thing is, like you talked about real actors, a lot of us, because we didn't start in this, people are quick to not consider us real actors. Like, I was on the radio first, then MTV. So like, oh, you can't be a host and an actor and you can't do this. And I feel like with me, I got to be better than most people because they're already looking at me like, oh, that's Lala. That's Lala. So I got to go in there and be even better. So when people want to comment and talk shit about acting and all this stuff, they don't know the hard work that goes into even getting to the place I'm in, because I was already counted out before I even walked in the room just based on people knowing who I am. Oh, that's Lala. She's not going to be able to do that. Or people just going to see her as Lala. You know how many times I've been told, like, we love what you did, but people not going to get past seeing Lala. They're just going to see Lala. So you got to fight through all of that. It's hard work. I mean, I'm up for the challenge. I love the challenge. But people need to understand, like, the shit's not easy.
Let me ask you a question. Your mother, how's your mother doing during quarantine?
So she's good. She's doing good. She's doing good. She's staying with my brother right now. Very well taken care of. Mom's is good.
Yeah, because I know you and Mom's are like inseparable. Yeah,
yes, she's so doing tight. Good. She's in Atlanta though. They're in ATL, so she's doing good.
Yeah, your brother. Shout out to your brother. That's my guy, man.
Shout out Christian, of course. He's the best.
Christian, my man, since he had the braids, now
I know the best.
Now I see him. He's a businessman. He's dressed up. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing so good.
Cayenne, right? Being a mother, juggling this career, your husband being a superstar. Does he has aspirations to make it to the NBA?
So he definitely, that's what he talks about. He's a great player. He's a nationally ranked player. I mean, I don't talk about it often because he's only 13, so I don't want him to be caught up in rankings and all that. I just want him to play the game and get great. He wants to do that, but I explained to him, I will support him. I'll be there for him every step of the way as long as he wants it. But I can't want it for him. As long as he wants it, I'm going to support him. But the second he says that this is not what I want to do, then I have to understand that as well.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean,
and I also, Joe, I have to explain to him how hard it really is when your dad's Carmelo Anthony, when your uncle is LeBron James and Chris Paul and D Wade and Kobe, rest his soul. Like, you think everybody around you has done it, so it's easy. That's just the mentality because everyone you know is in the league or doing it. So in your mind, it's like, well, Dad did it, Uncle Bron did it, Uncle CP did. Like, so what's so challenging? I have to make him understand, like, you got a better chance of going outside and getting hit by lightning right now than getting in the NBA. That work is different and the chances are really slim. So I just make sure he understands that, because you can really think that it's so easy if that's all you see all the time.
Yeah, it's only 450 players in the NBA. Kids are trying to play all across the world. I have no doubt your son could do it. But I've been seeing, I see him all the time when I see him with Melo. Melo is practicing with him, or he's in Gauchos, or he's in this.
Right.
And I just wondered if that's what he wants to do. Does he want to be in the NBA?
He does want. That is what he wants to do. He talks about it all the time. But like Melo said, you got to have that drive. I can't give you that dog in you. I can't give you that hunger. You got to want that. And as long as you want that, we're going to support that. But we're not going to be telling you, oh, you got to go to the gym today. You got to do this. We're not going to want it for you. You got to want it. So he does want it. The thing about Cayenne, and shout out his team, is Black Ops. The thing about him, he's sleep right there. The thing about him, he's very laid back, like his dad, very laid back personality. And sometimes laid back personality could translate as not necessarily being aggressive or wanting it, but that's just his personality. So I told him, that's your personality. So when you get on the court, you got to show them. You got to show them because your personality is really laid back and cool. But he's been doing good. And I think for me, even in quarantine, that's what I miss. One of the things I miss the most is just going to see Black Ops play, going to Gauchos, being in the stands, going crazy. I mean, that's like my second life. I love that shit. I love that.
I see Melo's comeback before all of this corona. He was doing exceptional out there in Portland. I know he had thought he was going to retire.
Right.
And he came back and he showed the world he could still ball at an elite level. What was the vibes when he was playing, when he was back? Did you feel excited? Like, wow, he's showing them?
I always feel like that. Sometimes I wish he would, like, say more, get more angry. Like, I'm like, you gonna let them talk about you like that? You're not gonna say nothing. I'm like the battery in his back, but he's a laid back person. And he's like, I'll show them when it's my time. I'll show them through my talent on the court. And he's done that every single time. Less talking, more doing. You know, I just wanted him at a lot of times to just strike back or say something back, but that's not his personality. So I had to just kind of believe in his game and who he was as a person and a player, and knew it would all come together. And he's having a great time, you know, in Portland. He loves that team, and we'll see what happens.
Are you in
I heard
Portland?
some New York Knicks talk too, but we'll talk about that later. I'm not here to talk about nothing.
Now, let me tell you something. The New York Knicks, let me tell you, they didn't appreciate Melo like they should have. And every other player on his level was scared to come to New York to play because of that pressure and all that. So I don't think people really gave him his props for actually taking the chance to come in there, and they ain't winning 20 years and take all that bullshit. He was on the newspaper every day, all that, you know.
All that. It was tough. It was tough. And even when we was watching The Last Dance, you know, he had made a comment. He was like, with Phil Jackson, he said, the difference is, and he wished he had this, he said, I never experienced Phil as a coach. I experienced him as the president. I never got Phil as a coach. That's a different thing, him being your coach. He was like, I never got that. It's a difference. He was like, I only knew him as a president. So that was different. But yeah, the Last Dance was crazy. I heard you talking about it before I checked in, but it was crazy. And not for nothing, like MJ said, I don't know if you saw it, but MJ said it was like, people he would want to play now: Bron, Kobe, Melo. I think those were the ones he said. I'm like, you know, Mel gets his respect from the people that, to me, really matter, you know?
Yeah, he went all out. And, you know, he has an amazing career. Nothing to look down upon.
No, not at all.
And, you know, Melo was still lighting them up, bro. He's still lighting them up.
Yeah, and I'm curious to see, you know, what happens when we get out of here, because it's still more basketball. I don't know when the NBA is coming back. I don't have no information on that. I don't even think they know. But
I got rumors.
I miss basketball for sure.
My man Ro Paris was on here the other day. He works for TNT. He's a sportscaster. He was saying we're going to know in the next 2 to 4 weeks, will they come back for the season? Come back.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm standing by it because I miss sports.
He hit me a couple of like last week talking about telling some stories and some shit. I'm like, yo, man, come on, Melo. He in Portland.
Because like, everybody loves your story.
I'm like, Melo, you gotta stop. Let me ask you an easy question. Take Fat Joe out the equation. Top 5 favorite rappers.
Nas, anyone who knows me knows this. Nas has always been top.
Shout out my man Jason Lee, Lenny S on the check-in.
What up, Lenny? Hey, Jason. Nas is at the top. Honestly, my list is Nas. But if I had to add, I'm 16. Joe, I know every Nas record word for word. Everybody knows that there's no bigger Nas fan than me since I was 16 years old. There's no bigger one. Nas, Jay, Big, Drake, and I would have to say, take you out of it.
Take me out of it.
I'm gonna say Nicki Minaj.
Oh, that's the first top 5 girl I ever heard in to be honest with you. Like in the top 5. That's the first female I ever heard in a major top 5.
Yeah, you got to. But then like when you say that, then automatically it's like you gotta say Kim, you gotta say Foxy. Shout out to Fox. I've been keeping in touch with her, just checking in with her and Baby C. Like, I don't know, that female, which I think it's all equal, but that's a whole nother list right there.
That's a whole, the female is like, you gotta be careful.
That's a whole nother list right there.
So your top 5 females would be?
Top 5 females would be, I have no order. I would say Nicki, Kim, Foxy, Remy, Cardi.
Oh, that's a mean one.
Yeah, there's no order. But I mean, how could you not?
Teacher, Megan Thee Stallion.
No, but first of all, I love Megan Thee Stallion. The only reason I didn't put her there because she's a little bit on the newer side. But Megan Thee Stallion, I mean, for what she's come in and done. I was in the video with her and Nicki, the Hot Girl Summer video. I love the movement, Hot Girl Summer, all of that. I think that Savage remix, Megan is a friend of mine for sure.
She's still young, but my top, Lauryn Hill's on my top 5.
Right, but then Lauryn Hill, of course, but then it's like, is it half rap, half singer? Like, how do you do that?
That's Lauryn Hill, baby. Let me tell you something.
Right. You're right. No, Lauryn Hill for sure.
Let me tell you about a cheat code. We can't blame her because she's talented and she can sing and rap. And her lyrics is crazy. It's like me when they say the versus battle. I'm saying, all right, are you talking about Fat Joe the artist? Or are you talking about, like, if Puff Daddy goes on there, he's going to play No Way Out and he's going to play some Biggie songs because he's executive produced Biggie.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like Babyface played Boyz II Men and TLC. Is Fat Joe going to go up on there and play some Big Pun and some Remy Ma and some albums, Khaled albums I executive produced? I mean,
it gets, no, but that's the thing. It gets tricky. It gets tricky.
Me, guys.
It gets tricky. Another thing that I realized with these battles too, Joe, is that like the order is so important because you could list 20 hits easily, but it's like the flow and the order really matters. It's not just hit. It's like, what's your flow? What's your order? I'm a music person, but all of that is so important.
That was the main. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love Ludacris. I know him many years. But Nelly's
that's
like
my
family.
Man. Love Luda.
And yeah, I love Nelly. So I'm standing there like this, and then I'm waiting for the hot in there. You know, when he threw on the Biggie, I'll go on and on. Like, the order is everything, to be honest with you. The only people I've seen that was able to get away with playing some records that wasn't just smash hits was Jill Scott and Erykah Badu. They was playing like new shit that they didn't even know. And nobody else been able to get away with that. Like if I was Jill Scott, I would have played the first album. Her album, Jill Scott's first album is like Illmatic. Like she could have played 1 through 10.
100%. 100%.
She didn't do that though. She was playing records, you know. But I kind of appreciated the talent, the soul. You know, they got away with that. Right. I don't think if you're a powerhouse like Nelly, Luda, or anybody, you could play games where you playing records you like and then play some hits and then records I think you gotta come 20 for 20.
You saying it just gotta be hit.
Mac motherfuckers.
But the thing is, do you throw let me ask you, like you with like a lean back or something, like, do you throw that out early? Do you wait? Like, where does it fit into the the list.
It depends. It depends.
It depends.
What if I'm sitting in the hot seat and Buster plays but what you saying, man, yo? You know what's crazy is I was with Biggie. I was with B.I.G. Rest in peace. I was in Daddy's house with Biggie, and your man came through. Shout out DJ Infamous. We know Infamous. Your guy won. So he says, ATL stand up. So I'm in the studio, Daddy's house with Biggie, and Buster with Split Star. And he said, yo, I ain't play you. We like, yo, chill, buddy. He's like, no, I gotta play you. And he pressed play on the speakers, and that shit said, dum, 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 dum. Dum, dum. This is the first time I ever heard this. Him and Split Star performing, yo, they diving on the
oh my God.
the board. They under the speaker.
Shout out to
what you
Buster
saying, yo?
Split.
Silly with the me and Biggie start jumping
So
up
what
and
you
down.
saying, yo?
Nah, man, that was the first time I heard that. That was crazy right there.
Yo, you tell the best stories.
No, it's the truth though. The story's the truth.
I know it is.
This one, right? I know you're good friends with Vanessa Bryant. Is she holding up well? Is she? Tell me.
I mean, I talk to her every day, you know, holding up as well as could be expected. Like I tell her every day, and I mean it. Strongest woman I know, hands down. There's no stronger woman to still wake up and be a great mom and still even remember what's going on with her friends, checking on Cayenne. I'm like, I just want to make sure you're okay. She's asking me, you know, how's Cayenne? I just want to make sure you're good. But she's holding up as best as she can and definitely feels the love and appreciates the love from everybody. I think we just got to continue to uplift her in prayer and just continue to, you know, feed her as much positivity as we can, because that's the most unimaginable, unbelievable things. And I'm just going to continue to be the friend I could be to her.
Man, yo, God bless her and the family, Gigi, Kobe. That was like, that set off, that was 2020, right? That set it off.
That's where everything after that, it just fell apart.
Everything after that, it was like downhill, man. I mean, we're trying to keep strong through this corona, man. I think they talking like it might be another year before we get the vaccine. Could you imagine staying home doing nothing? How you been doing? You working out at home? Or?
I've been working out. I've been trying to work. My thing is, I feel like I still got to give myself a schedule. If you wake up every day with just no schedule, nothing to do, I think that's when crazy thoughts start happening. You start just going crazy. Like, you have to have a schedule. So I make sure I work out. I get a lot of work done. I help Cayenne with his homework. I might get into a TV series, a documentary, just anything to just keep myself going. Because if you're just waking up all day, just sitting there like this, your shit's going to be fucked up. There's no way around it. Like, this is a crazy time for the strongest people. The strongest people I know are having their moments where they unraveling and not feeling good. So I know it's hard for the strongest people. I can only imagine what it's like for a lot of people out there. And that's why I'm always sending positivity and love, because this is not easy for anybody. And if they tell you it is, they're lying. It's not true.
Yeah, I'm not, you know, I've been holding up as best as I can, but I think going away to college prepared me for this. So I'm a little bit used to this, you know, and,
right.
you know, but this shit sucks, man. And coming
sucks.
from New York, where we from,
right?
We seen over 50 people die. I see people now, fuck a vaccine. Yo, listen, guys, if the vaccine come out, I'm not telling you to take it. Fat Joe taking that shit. First thing popping. I don't want to hear about power to the people. That this, I don't want to hear nothing. Don't worry about me. You guys don't take the vaccine.
You like, do whatever works for you.
Whatever works for you. If you want to take some ginger shots, you want to do whatever the fuck you want to do, you do that shit. I'm taking the vaccine.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Lala, I love you. Thank you.
I love you. This was fun. This was fun. Legendary. Big show. The big show.
Big show.
The big show.
Yo, Terrell, what's up? I love you, Lala. Be good, all right?
All right, love you. Tell Lorena I love her. Love you guys.
I will.
All right, bye, y'all.
Bye-bye.